We're on it now. Let me get the hell out of here and get on moving. We got held up a little bit with the unload because a load of Swifts had turned up late, which bollocks the whole thing up. But I wasn't too bad. I got in and out of there for, what was it? It's 9 o'clock now, so I got in and out about an half past 8. So it wasn't too bad. 7:30 booking. I'm spitting in McDonald's all over. So I'm gonna grab that Mackie cheese. Get on here. Get the hell out. So Lee, well in front of us, going back. Already done his and going back this morning, and I was coming the other way. Crazy man. But he had another drop as well down in South Washington, so he might actually catch us up on the way back up. So now I've got 5 hours to get me back into the agricultural zone, the safety zone. It's like off-ground TIG basically. I'm here in Spokane at the moment, just coming out of Spokane basically. Shoot back and get another one. Get another one tonight. Hopefully it'll only be a local one tonight. It won't be too far. Just down to Seattle or something like that, which is about 150 mile from the farm, just a little bit over. So, you know, it's not too bad. I'll be finished by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then I've got all the afternoon off until the night again. Crack on! Here we are on top of the mountain bean for my as always pizza. Slice of pizza at the top here. Good pizza. Everybody's gone out. All the skiers have gone home. The shorts are appearing as the ski slope is drying out. It's been used and abused all winter now. It doesn't take long before it disappears. 1 minute they're up there, next minute they're gone. And temperature just changes so drastically. I was only last week sat in that car park right there where that trailer is, that pickup and trailer, and exactly a week ago it was snowing, sleeting like mad in the middle of the night. I woke up and it was all the bigger sleet storm came through last week, and now it is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that? Bloody hot. Yeah, that's hot. So yeah, one minute you're in your big old kite, and then next minute you're in shorts and flip-flops. There doesn't seem to be an in-between, and this snow goes so quickly. It always amazes me how, when there's been piles and piles of snow on top of all the plants, the grass, the trees and stuff like that, how it survives and comes straight back again. Amazing really, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. Down the hill we go. Tra-la-la-la-la. I haven't got another one tonight, and so I'm just home, chillax, and get some things done tomorrow, and get another one tomorrow night. It'll be coming out. So that's me. I'm going to hit the traffic, Seattle, but hey ho, it is what it is. I should be home for 6 o'clock. So a couple of hours as a rule from up here, maybe a bit more with the traffic. And then yeah, I've got all tomorrow off right up until probably 4 o'clock. I'll set off up to Canada again. So it's not a bad job. There's an open dock next to me, so I'm getting held out the way. Those who know, Swifty Swift, anything could happen. This is a mystery tour. So that's 25 thingamabobs, carts off, and 26 empty ones back on. A little late because they're a little held up here, but it's 8 o'clock now, 8:15. But no sleep yet, because I've got to get back to the agricultural safe haven before I can have a sleep, because my clock's ticking. We've got 7 hours. 7 hours left, and then oh god, I'm in the way. Yes, I'm on 7 hours left, and it's, what is it? It's about 200 mile to my off-ground TIG, as I call it, to my basically safe haven of I can go back into the agricultural. Then I can afford to have a sleep and do what I want. But there's probably another long one or something tonight I'm expecting, so I don't want to be I'd like to get an extra one in. Greedy Yorkshireman, aren't I? Before the weekend. It's Friday now, and that'll put me home Saturday. That'll be 4 long trips. That'll be good. What miles will that put me on? That'll put me 3,500 miles. So that'll be a nice little end. No, I haven't. 7 hours I thought I had. It's just reset. I've got 5.5 hours. So it's not too bad. I stopped last night at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I think it was 2 o'clock. Mark stopped a bit back from me because he had to adjust his e-log and stuff like that. And he stopped for coffee because he was going all the way, which is going a bit further from me. And only about 40 miles, something like that. So he stopped, got a coffee, and I carried on a little bit further and got to about 60 miles from here. I didn't want to get here because I've done that before. I've got all to the supermarkets because they're pretty good at Costco. You can park outside, but I've done that before, had an hour's sleep, and somebody's come and woke me up to tip earlier than my booking, which is all good sometimes. It's great, you know, they think they're helping you out and stuff like that. We'll tip you now, but like at 3 o'clock, 3:15 in the morning, and you got there at 2 o'clock, and you're expecting a 6:30 tip, so you get a little bit extra sleep, and you're like, man, really? So now I prefer to sleep, and then I decide where I sleep. There's nothing worse than being woke up and then you've got to jump out straight out your bed and they want you straight on there kind of thing. I don't like that because I like to brush my teeth, make a coffee, and do a little bit before you actually meet the public. It takes a while for my face to get back together, you know what I mean? When you get to my age and you burn the candle at both ends for quite a few years, face needs a bit of time to put itself back together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give Mark a call, see if he's running back with us, whereabouts he is, and how he's getting on. Straight back, get another one. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, so Sunday will be, you know, this will probably be the last of the rush, and then things will be a lot slower. Then it won't be full loads into places. It'll be like 4 or 5 drops and things like that. So it'll be a lot easier and a lot steadier. But like I mentioned, you know, at the moment with transport is terrible. It's absolutely pants. So we've got to make on why it's here. You can't just think, oh, you know, I'll leave this one and do stuff like that. I'll try and get into a McDonald's as well if I can. You've got to crack on why it's here. Make hay while the sun shines, as they say. Because we don't know what's around the corner at this present time at the moment with the industry, the way it's going and stuff like that. It's poo. I see, is it not UPS, TNT, or one of the big hauliers has just shut down 30 of its depots. One of the big parcel forces has just shut 30 of theirs down. It's real, it's happening. But hey, oh, we're smiling, we're doing flowers. It's a beautiful day. Summer's definitely 100% here. There we come down over the river. I always class this like the middle of Washington, east to the west divide. Oops. That wasn't really meant to happen. Come back. Malfunction. Forget that one. Blah. Here we are, coming down to the divide, as I call it, the middle of Washington, basically. It's probably a little bit further, but I call this part the middle. I'm basically home here, but I'm not really. I'm 200 miles, and this is come across the big wet lake, the river rather, and into west Washington, but not really West Washington until you get over the mountain. Anyway, I'm just waffling. I maybe sleep deprived or whatever, but I've got my load for tonight has come through. I do like it. You know, John Anchor always tells me early on what's on offer, what's out there. Do you want this? Do you want that? You know, early on. He knows I like all my ducks in a line. I like to, with OCD, I like to know what I'm doing beforehand. I hate not knowing what's happening ahead of time. So I've got one to South Seattle, it's Tumwater. It's about probably about 60 miles south of Seattle actually, which isn't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. A nice short one. So from here, where I am now, I like to put it all in the sat nav and GPS and know exactly where I'm going. And it's only 462 miles I've got to do today. Well, by probably 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that for delivery, which is ideal. One drop, one pickup straight away with the flowers and the empty carts and stuff like that. And I was just thinking it won't be long now. The water ain't going to be warm enough yet. But like I say, we've got 75 degrees out there. But there's a little just to the, you see those white sticks sticking out the ground, out the water rather there. Just to the right of there, you'll see a little bit of a slope. That's where I can go swim. There's a swimming area right there. And there is a campsite as well. And you can park in that car park where the white pickup is, which is pretty good. I usually like to go for a little swim in summer. Once the water's warmed up a bit, I'll be in there, a little bit of swimmy swim before heading home and things. That's the boat launch. Absolutely brilliant. I love swimming in lakes. A bit green at the moment, though, looking. But that'll clear out soon when the sun gets on it and kills all the algae and shit like that. It'll look pretty good. There's some great lakes to go swimming in around Washington. There really is some nice places and that. So up the big 10-mile drag, and on we go. I'm still not into my agricultural zone yet. I've got probably another 70 miles, something like that, to get before it. If I wanted to stop and have a sleep, I could. But well, at the moment, it seems to be fine. Mark's a little ways in front of me, so I'm probably going to catch up with him. I hadn't spoke to him to see if he's got a load tonight or not. I don't think he was too bothered. You've got your door open, looking, seeing you all hidden in there. You couldn't give a flying weirdo. Yeah. One of these people who hog the middle lane. You get a lot of people just hog that middle lane, drive in it, and I think surely they must look at the inside lane. This is when they're in trucks, and think, oh, I wonder what that inside lane's for. Oh, that must be some slow trucks. You are a fucking slow truck. Move out of the middle lane, you cock. Oh no, it's just moved over now. How? I just don't get it. Must have been a mouth breather. Fucking mouth breathers. Let's not go on to the rants. Positive thoughts, positive thoughts. We're earning money. Earning money. I just spoke to my mate Lee from Florida, the other English guy. And he's on the general haulage, and he says it's absolutely crap. The rates are terrible out there, absolutely rubbish at the moment. So like I say, you know, we've got to keep on with these flowers and pushing them out, so we don't know what's around the corner. There was a couple of companies went bust. I told you on that on another part of the video, I think last week. Big haul companies went under. It's a shitty time at the moment. It really is. Fingers crossed it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better, isn't it? Just hang in there. Flowers will provide the way and the sunshine. It's incredible, really. I've been out here, 5-6 years now, and that's a pretty colour. That's not what I was going to say, but I was distracted. Yeah, and I've never known full loads of flowers going into each Costco like they're going in this year. They are selling like hotcakes. They really are. 26 cages a day. The majority of the Costco's are selling a day. 26 cages. And our cages are the big cages, the square ones. They're not the little alpha ones like your rainbow. Beaver cages are the big bad boys. So, you know, that's some plants, is that, isn't it? It all depends on the weather. It really does have, apparently, has a big thing on the sales, whether they're going to sell or not. And having a long winter as well has helped us drag out. People were done with the winter, all of a sudden it came sunny. People let's get out in that garden. We've been stuck at home too long, which is grand. Aye, happen it is. I don't think I'll get to pass by home. I really could do with getting that extra bit of sleep. Anyway, everybody's ill. Jack's got full cold, Steph's got cold, so I think we might just bypass and go straight up to up to the farm, up to Canada, get the load on and get down there and get home. And then I should be home for lunchtime tomorrow. That'll do. And then I get to do it all again on Sunday. Happy days. Complain about the microphone. I can't get rid of the microphone, it'll just have to stay there. It blocks out part of my face, so that should be a good thing. Anyway, yes, get rid of it. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? This is good videoing, isn't it? Not really. Good morning, y'all. Here I am, just coming back through Seattle. There's the port over there, huge, great port in Seattle. Big container ships, huge container ships. I got a whopping 6 hours sleep last night, so I feel a lot better for having more sleep of it the night before and then stuff like that. 3 and silly sleeps and what have you, and 4 and stuff like that. So like last night I had a good sleep. I was a little bit late for my delivery, but I did call them ahead and tell them I'm going to be a little bit late. I was about just over 30 minutes, I think it was. They were fine, they were absolutely brilliant. Costco, thanks for the heads up. Like I say, always let people know. People know what's happening. And I want to say today, what I keep telling you that rates are terrible on general haulage at the moment. Because I'm doing the flowers, we're doing absolutely brilliant. You know, I lift this flat. It is hard work, don't get me wrong. Mark went home, Lee didn't do one last night. Being the Yorkshire greedy man, I did an extra one last night just to south of Seattle. greedy man, aren't I? But there you go. They are always going to be here. They're going to run out of flowers soon. You know, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. It usually calms down straight away after that. So next week I'll be a little bit quieter and then a little bit quieter after that. So we'll probably only got till the end of this month, end of May. And it's a beautiful day, absolutely fantastic. Saturday it is, so obviously the traffic's a lot better. So if it had been another one during the week, and because I ran in from Spokane, which is a long one, Eastern Washington, back in, then went and picked another one up to just do a short one to south, to Tumwater actually. So it's like a couple of 100 mile one way, 400-mile round trip. Big earner, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Have I got my? No, it's not open. My express lane's not open. You know I like my express lane. Bugger, damn. Oh, stopping. I'm not. Is there anything down there? No. Let's try this one. Yeah. So so we're ending obviously because this is on the flowers, not anything that you do that's physical or any other way rather than just drive. Always is going to pay more in haulage. Be it hire, be it crane, be it farm work, farm machinery, even your step decks and stuff like that pays more than just pulling a reefer, pulling a fridge or pulling a box fan or something where you just sit there and drive. So bear that in mind, you're going to get more money if you actually get out and do something like this. But I was in the rest area just coming down into Seattle last night. Bear in mind this is the I-5, Interstate I-5, which is a super trunk road, major connection from Canada right down to Mexico. Not far down from, I wasn't far from home actually. I got packed up at 11 o'clock and I was done. I was like, fuck this, I can't, I'm too tired now, I'm stopping. Anyway, got into the rest area, parked up, and there was one truck in there. One truck in the whole of the rest area. Yes, admittedly it was Friday night, so you're going to get a bit less traffic. But that's just, I keep telling you, telling people, this is, something's going to happen. Rates are shit. The haulage thing is on its ass at the moment because we're not getting people packing or making or bringing the produce. The minimum wage people just aren't there doing it. So loads are getting cancelled all the time. And a lot of people, it'll be right. It isn't. It shows it right there. One truck was in that car park, and this morning it was gone, whether he stayed or not. And I was up at 5 o'clock, and there was just me in the rest area. Major trunk road, one truck. It's like now, just think back what the video you've just been watching now. Look at the amount of trucks here. There isn't. There's a construction truck, cement mixer. It's just there's what we got. An empty flatbed up there, a box van, and is that a reefer? No, it's just a reefer, a dry van, just a bit further up. There's just not, the freight isn't moving right now. It really isn't. So I'm trying not to worry, but I'm a worrier, and I'm thinking, shit, when we come out of the flowers, shit's going to hit the fan, man. You know, we've got to hang in there, and hopefully we can maybe ride this storm, because it ain't gonna get better right away. It definitely isn't. So like I keep saying, if you're looking at coming in the industry right now, don't go long haul. You especially over here in America, because you're paid by either the mile, or you're paid by you'll either get paid by the mile, or you get paid by the percentage of what the load earns. So if there's no loads moving about, you ain't gonna get paid. So my mate Lee down in Florida there, he was gonna do local work at home in Florida because it was going downhill. This is the start of the year. He was talking about it and stuff like that, and then he went back and did long haul again. He said he'd try it again, and he's been sat about. He's had so many loads cancelled just lately on him and stuff like that, messing up and just a load of rubbish. And then when you do get the rates, some of the rates on the rate board are 70 cents a mile. 70 fucking cents a mile, you know. I don't know who's doing that, and they're not little local, you know, the long haul runs and stuff like that, east to west and stuff like that, at 70 cents. I don't know who is taking those loads, because I'm damn shit. But if you're stuck in a place, you know, I hear these people, you shouldn't haul cheap freight and stuff like that. Somebody slagged me off for hauling $1.44 a mile, $1.44 out of Florida the other day. But what do? Do you sit there? Do you take the? I've cocked up in this lane, haven't I? Do you just wait for something to come up, and then it's more time on your lease? It's an extra $100+ a day. You know, the longer you sit there and stuff like that. People really don't want to stop when you try and pull out, and then it makes me fun. I try not to bully too much, but you put your indicator on your turn signal and they speed up, and then when you do pull out in front of them, they do this hand thing. This is they're amazed that you've pulled out. It's pretty obvious. There was a giveaway sign there. Click, 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 click. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Yeah, the rates of shit, everything like that. Cancel load. Lee just got a bit of a naughty one. He was meant to be running empty somewhere, and he was on PC and he got pulled over. I just spoke to him now, and he's got packed up for 10 hours. He's got to pack up, but he can fight it at court. He said the cop was real good, and they talked about it. Basically, he was going somewhere. He does traction only for Swifty Swift, not so Swift. And he was going somewhere to pick a trailer up, so it was bobtail only. And he got stopped, and they said because he was going towards it, he couldn't do that. So anyway, they put a fine on him, and they've also parked him up for 10 hours, which I think he will be able to fight that in court, because like I always say, do not argue on the side of the road, just take the fine and fucking get out of that, you know what I mean? And apparently the copper even said to him, you know, the wording on PC is very vague for both parties, and it's difficult, you know, this is the way we're going to deal with this, and then you can contest it afterwards, which you'll be able to, because he wasn't actually forwarding the load, so he was in the right, so that should get slung out of court anyway. But still, he's been parked up for 10 hours. Rather than whinge and moan and kick back and have a temper tantrum in the truck, he's got out there as Lee. Lee's great to follow, you know, get out that bloody truck. He's found somewhere where he's parked, they've parked him up, there's whitewater wafting. $45 he found it for. It's not going to break the bank. It's you know, he's going to be sat there, so get out of that truck and go do something. It said, we Google, it's so easy with Google now. Boop, 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 there you go, Google, and you can find what's exactly around you and stuff like that, cheap things to do. Another example, he was in Moab when I was running with him last, and he went out in Moab. He found a full day of what did he do there? I think he did whitewater rafting there as well. Whitewater rafting, and out on an adventure jeep with a few other people. Rather than doing just his personal tour, he went out with the other people. $120 or something like that for a full day's entertainment. You know, think about it. You're out there. You've been paid to get there. The money you've saved to get there, because you haven't had to pay to go on holiday. Get out and enjoy yourself. Why not? You know what I mean? You got to make positives. That's what it's all about. Fuck the negativities. Let's have some positives out the job and move on forward. Here we go. We're coming through. Do not enter the... I do like it when the express lane's open, but hey, it's not, so we've all got to go this way. Through the tunnel and out, pop out the other side. Yeah, we've got a heat wave forecast for the whole of the weekend, which is nice, isn't it? One extreme to the other. I'm now, I'll be home in an hour and a half. It's only an hour and 25 minutes actually from here to home. The traffic might get a little bit funny, a bit chock a bit further up, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I'll be home in time for the wife to make brunch, and then I won't be doing anything until tomorrow afternoon. I'll be going back up to Canada again and putting another load on. I haven't... what's going on here? I don't think I should be in this lane, should I? I had a day off now. I think this is coming up to the 3rd week. So I had a day off in... tomorrow will be either 15 or 21 days. I can't remember which now. I'm losing track. The truck looks like a bombs it. I've got papers all over the floor from going in and out of the border and shit like that. It's dusty. I haven't had time. I'm just... But it will all be rectified. Can we sneak by him first before we go in, do you think? Sneak by Mr. Toyota who's now put his foot down that car. Got to be a bit careful on this stretch of road. It's there's a lot of speed traps and shit like that with cops and the motorbikes doing their job, of course, upholding the law. Could be naughty people like the motorbike. Well, I did say I was going to go home. I did say that, didn't I? But I did go home. I spent the afternoon at home. It's now nearly 6 o'clock. John gave me a call on the way back in. Do you want to do another one today? It's still Saturday. And I'm like, okay then. But this is better. It's only a local one. He gave me a choice of a long one or a local one to Seattle. It's about a 400 and something round trip. So up to Canada, load it on, back home, stay the night, get up in the morning early. It's only an hour, just over an hour, down into Seattle. And look, the mountain, the snow's about gone very quickly. Off the pretty mountain there. So it's my usual little jaunt up to Canada, which is just over 60 miles to the farm. Get that on, get home. It's about, what is it, 3.5, 4 hour round trip by the time I get loaded and back down again, so it's not too bad. I'll be home for, I should be home for 9 or something like that. I'm a bit on the way now, just over 9. And then set off at 5 in the morning or 4, whatever. Get down there, get it unloaded, and get home. I'll be, should be tipped and what have you before all the traffic builds up. And back home, then it gives me all day for Mother's Day tomorrow. With Steph, and we can all go out if Steph gets any better. She's been really ill, so that's not very good. Jack was going to come with me. That was the intention. I thought, oh well, Jack can come with me anyway. That's ideal because it's the weekend. He ain't got school tomorrow. Put his seat in the truck and everything like that. About to set off. Where's his passport? Where's his passport? Where is his passport? We ain't got his passport, have we? Because we've sent off for a new passport. We renewed it and they have to keep the passport and we get it back after they get a new one. Bollocks! So he's had to stay at home, which he's not overly happy about, I'll say. Bless him. But it is hot out here today. Man, it is hot. I was doing some putting some more bling on the truck. I'll do a full video on that tomorrow probably if I get time, and show you all the bits that have been added on and stuff like that. What else? Yeah, but I couldn't watch the truck because it was too hot. We're having like I mentioned before, we're having a heat wave, and it is hot out there, man. It is toasty. It's 100+ degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that is. Hot. So I ain't got any shade on the drive at the moment. The sun was right over the top, so you can't wash vehicles in that when it's like that. You just end up with streaks and shit and crap. It's not worth it. It looks horrid, it does. Look at the old TK Bedford on the right hand side. Old Davy Brown in the field there, a case rather. Look at that. It comes up as a, what's that come up? International. There, if you notice that, that's badged up as an international, the TK Bedford. Or was it the B something or other? Somebody no doubt will know different. They'll be freezing that, blowing it up and have a look at it. Let me know what you think it is. Is it, actually, now I think about it, I don't think it is a TK. It's not round enough at the front. It could be the B, or the D series or whatever, or something or other. Was it a D series? I can't remember. Whatever. Ours were Bedfords, weren't they? Yes, Bedford. Lovely little drive on an evening like this. Which is nice. Holding all the bikers up behind me. They'll be chuffed, won't they? Hey ho. I can't go anywhere. We'll get us in a little bit. I don't want to go too fast. Now, after seeing those elk coming down here, I don't really fancy meeting up with them anywhere along here. It's going to be so hot in the greenhouse when I get up there loading. I'm going to, when I get up to the border, I'll start the fridge. I'll start the fridge trailer, reefer up, and I'll run that just for a bit until I get to the farm, and then it should be a little bit cooler for me working in there. Hey, how's it all going? How's it going? Here I am up at Bellingham, which isn't far from home. I've just unloaded 4 drops this morning, nice and quick. That one's a couple of hours ahead of schedule, so that's pretty good. This is only like 30 mile, 35 mile from home, so I'm gonna nip home. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm really tired. So this is, how many days now? I think I'm up to 27 days without a day off now. I have had like half a days and things like that, such as now my morning's off, and even though I did only get 3.5 hours sleep last night, I've been averaging 6 hours, max six hours, anything up to 6 hours, and things in between. So I've been trying for at least 4 hours and things like that, but it has been flat out, it really has. But you have that sleep on a night, and then during the day I've been able to grab a couple of hours here and there and stuff like that, so made it up like that kind of thing. But I am getting tired now and worn out. I know myself, once I start getting like flu symptoms, if I've done too much, I get like sore throat and flu like that. You probably hear it in my voice. I'm feeling pretty tired now and done. Yesterday, basically I'm in the wrong way. Yesterday, I broke down a lot of the carts. We have to break them down. I'll show you how we do that. I'll do a video on it, and put them in the back so you can get more than 26 on, because there's a lot of stores now with lots and lots of racks left, because there wasn't the equal amount to swap over as somebody unloaded. There wasn't the same amount to take back, or there was less, or still some on the shop floor. So eventually you get lots and lots all over the place. So I managed to break down like 50 yesterday in the heat and stuff like that, and I think that basically did it after not a full night's sleep as well. So I did that one tonight. I don't know if I've got anything tonight, so I'm gonna go home, go to sleep. It's our anniversary, so I've got to go home, haven't we? See the whiff. So we're gonna go and nip home now. I'm not sure if she's at university today or not. All shall be revealed when I call her in a minute. And because yeah, as anybody's following, you know, the flowers don't come out till late on a night because they don't place the order and stuff like that, and they never clear customs until at least 6 o'clock anyway. So I've got all day now to myself. But it's really important. You must get some sleep if you're working things like this, and you know what you're doing. You've got to do. You know, you can't just think, oh well, I'll be all right tonight because I might have to work tonight. So you've got to prepare for it. I'll know by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock whether I've got a load or not tonight. If not, it'll probably, hopefully, be the weekend off. But we are coming to the end of the flowers now, so that's we had a hell of a good run. Really have. It's been a great season this year. The weather's been good. People who want the flowers, they've been record amounts sold and stuff like that. People have done really well. We've all done well. All made the money out of it. That's what it's about, isn't it? So hopefully, hopefully we'll earn a little bit more in the paycheck.